Hello. So welcome to my podcast and my name is Kero. And for today's podcast, ang pag-uusapan natin ay dating apps at saka yung modern landscape ng love. So yan, char. Well, tapos na yung February no, nasa ano na tayo ngayon, papunta na tayo sa mid-year. Anyway, so balik tayo sa ating pag-uusapan na topic which is yung dating apps at saka modern landscape of love sa Philippines or globally. So dati-dati, yung courtship or yung paliligaw or getting into a relationship is very limited lang sa kung saan ka. Right? Like as we notice sa parents natin or sa grandparents natin na sa mga kapitbahay lang nila or kanayon, nga ganon. Or if ever man sa ibang lugar na, that is when they will migrate or perhaps they will work on that area. For example, they are from the province and then they will go to the main city. Doon nila mahanap yung ano nila, yung giging mapapangasawa or something like that. Pero still limited pa din because within sa ginagalawan lang nila na environment sila. Like right now na mayroon ng options, no? Especially sa technology, na communication is very easy na right now. I mean, in terms of accessing the communication, it's very easy na unlike dati na, di ba, nagsulat-sulat pa sila, may pen pal pa sila dati, narinig ko pa yan dati sa parents ko na nag-usap sila sa auntie ko about pen pal saying, yun, face to face talaga sa kanila. So, if nakita ka sa kanto, ganyan, or napadaan ka sa ganito na lugar, or umattend ka sa birthday, ganyan. Or kung mahilig ka mag-party dati, so yun, marami kang chances of winning. May maraming chances na ikaw ay magkaka-jowa ng maaga or ng marami or ganun. May mga options ka, kumbaga, you have to be exposed. Yun lang talaga yung sikreto dati para magka-jowa ka. But right now, even if you're at home, you can still, parang connect and, build a relationship. So because of these dating apps na available right now and some are even free to use, no? And you can connect even in social media, you can actually find it as your avenue sa looking for a partner or a date, ganun, like social, like Facebook or Instagram. May mga ano nga yan parang may mga, kumbaga, this application is for this specific category, parang ganun. Like for example, Instagram, sabi nila Instagram daw is, from what I know, no, from what I heard, na Instagram is para daw sa mga kabit, ganyan. Tapos yung Messenger is para sa mga, sa mga legit, parang ganun. Then there is also Telegram. Telegram is also a messaging platform, pero hindi siya for dating talaga. Pero meron ding mga ginagawa din siyang, having you to communicate. Kasi there is privacy, may mga ganun. May mga features siya na wala sa common messaging apps tulad ng Messenger or ng ano bang ginagamit ngayon, WeChat, ganun, or Viber. So, yun. Even Viber also has meron din siyang feature of privacy. So, yun. Anyway, so balik tayo doon sa na may mga applications na it's easier and there are really applications na specific for dating such as Tinder or Bumble, ganon. So, hindi na limited kung saan ka lang nandoon. Kung nasa bahay ka lang ba, kung nasa probinsya ka, nasa syudad ka, hindi na limited. So, you can have relationship na for example, if you are from Davao and then you can have a relationship na from Manila or from Makati or from Legazpi, from Palawan. Nagiging wide na yung scope natin in terms of socializing and also, looking for a relationship if you want to meet someone talaga. It's so very convenient na yung application will connect you to different people kahit anong ginagawa mo. Kung nasa bahay ka lang, nakahiga sa couch, nagtatrabaho perhaps, ganon. So, even if you're working, for example, like dati na you have to write pa and wait for the letter, yung letter ng kabila na dumating sa'yo at na-excite ka pa buksan or kung ano man yon, right? So, right now, immediately, nare-receive mo yung response niya, yung text niya, like SMS or it's a chat. It's easier na right now. So, hindi na limited sa ganun lang because of technology. Pero ang tanong nan is, dahil sa applications, marami ka ring options eh. Hindi lang yung tao yun. So, yung na-mention ko earlier na you can have a relationship taga Palawan or ng taga Cebu, if you're from Davao, for example, or if you're from Jensan or from wherever you are in the Philippines or in the globe, you can have a relationship kahit hindi lang limited even sa Philippines, right? And because of, kasi maraming din naman sila doon, marami kayo doon na nasa dating application, so maraming options. So, because of that, it will also affect our way of para defining siguro, it affects also our definition of love right now. No, hindi na siya tulad ng dati na, once you are committed na, parang siya na talaga, ganyan-ganyan, especially during your early 20s or your 20s. Di ba? Parang mas na-romanticize mo yung love. Yeah. Unlike when you're older. Anyway, so, during that time, if you are looking for a relationship at tapos nakita mo nung unang panahon, pag nakita mo na yung tao na yon, most likely, siya na yon, right? Unlike right now na, okay, may nakita ka, tapos may makikita ka na namang bagong mag-chat sa'yo or may nakita ka sa profile or while you are scanning the application, may makikita ka na naman. So parang there are a lot of things na nakikita mo na possible gusto mo, right? So, ang tanong yan is, are you there for a relationship ba talaga or you are just there because you want to collect ng mga gusto mo, right? So parang, kaya naging uso na rin ng, parang, parang hopping. Yung nag-cheat sila or parang, it's easier also to do cheating than because of those applications because pag nasa phone mo, hindi naman nila makikita, especially kung long distance din yung mo, kakeme mo, no? So, or yung jowa-jowa mo. And then, the other party is also probably doing the same thing. So, parang lang kayo, parang, getting to know, pero hindi naman because you're still bound within the applications pa lang naman, hindi niyo kilala isa't isa. Though may mga nagpo-progress naman na mga relationship na nakikita na sila and yun nga, yung doon lang nila malalaman yung kung yung vibe, kung magka-vibe ba sila in terms of attitude or simply lang talaga. At doon pa lang mag-start yung parang totoong relationship nila, right? After they had mga talks, like many nights of talking. Ang tawag ngayon is talking stage. Meron ng gano'n, may mga talking stage. Kasi dati parang wala pa namang talking stage. But for example, sa pagkakalam ko, since I'm not there naman nung unang panahon, diba? The talking stage is right there na immediately when they see each other. Yun na yung talking stage. And then if they mag-click, so they will go on dating na. Ngayon, the talking stage is longer kasi especially kung hindi pa sila nakita and they've been talking through the application or through the messaging app. Diba nagto-talk na sila doon, many nights, many days, nag-chat, na parang nagpapabebe na, nagpapa-fall na to each other. So, ayun, it takes, siguro depende sa kanila, weeks, months, ganun, before sila makita. And then, pag nakita na sila, doon nila malaman na, ay, hindi pala tayo magka-vibe or hindi pala tayo swak to each other or probably hindi pala type ng isa yung in terms of personal looks, ganun. Kasi syempre may mga hinahanap din ang bawat isa, no? Tapos it so happen na sa online chat, personality iba versus sa personal. So, doon lang sila parang magle-level up, kumbaga, once they meet with each other. So, yun palang magsisimula talaga yung totoong relationship. And then, because of the, Because may mga options nga doon sa applications na yun. For example, yung mga Tinder or Bumble. So dahil may options din doon, and if you find the person na na-meet mo, na-chat mo, naka-talking stage mo prior, so medyo parang may kulang sa kanya. Pero you keep on looking for something more kasi, and you can find it. Parang feeling mo you can find it sa applications pa. So, you go back to those applications and look for another person to talk to, hoping na siya na yung the one, kumbaga. Which is wala namang the one. I mean, eventually we will realize na wala namang perfect person na will really fit to you. You need to compromise din kasi. I mean, hindi naman you're lucky if you can find that person na pasok lahat sa criteria mo. Pero if, of course, pasok nga siya, but hindi naman ikaw pasok sa criteria niya, so wala pa din, right? Anyway, so, yun nga, because of applications and digital age, again, so parang relationship is nagiging, na siya, parang easy to get, kumbaga, parang easy to, join. Hindi na siya tulad ng dati na limited ka lang doon sa environment mo. This time, you can go anywhere. I mean, you can be anywhere yung profile mo because of technology. And you can also find a lot of people, unlike dati na limited nga lang sa area or sa ginagalawan mo sa yung exposure mo, right? So, yun. And that pose danger din because, you might not know kasi yung mga tao na kinakausap mo kasi different walks of life din sila and different culture, different, upbringing. So, magkaiba. As millennials, tayo yung generation kung saan we are the lab rats for all these changes, technology and advancement, no? For example, we've been to times na wala pang cellphone, and then to times na nagkaroon ng first cellphone and then first smartphone. So, as we transition doon sa mga era na yon or sa mga parts ng life natin, walang nagsabi kung paano siya gamitin, paano not gamitin in a sense na of course there's a manual for those devices, no? Pero what I mean is, kumbaga parang etiquette, parang ganon, or parang wala tayong prior generation na pwedeng puntahan or that we can ask for in terms of advice kung paano ba gumalaw sa ganitong klaseng mundo, right? So we're the ones who will create that one for the next generation. So if you notice yung mga Gen Z right now, the technology is normal na lang sa kanila. It's not something new. It's not something that you have to discover. It's there already. It's like given. Para siyang tubig, kumbaga na, there's water by default. Kumbaga para siyang gripo na hindi na tayo may stress kung paano gamitin ng gripo, right? Because it's there already. It's a given technology. Or yung ilaw, parang ganon. So normal na lang sa kanila. Whereas tayo, we're the ones who test it. We're the ones, as millennials, tayo yung we tested it, we tried also, and then we failed sa mga bagay-bagay about that technology. Diba? If dati parang we are even considered as sa text, parang number 1 tayo sa globe, sa world, na mahilig mag-text. Tapos right now, yun nga din, tayo din yung pinakamataas yung screen time sa smartphones sa Philippines. Okay, I'm talking to Philippines. So, yun. Pero anyway, yun nga, as millennials, we're the lab rats, or tayo yung mga unang mga beta testers, kumbaga. Kung sa IT pa, tayo yung unang magti-test kung paano siya gawin, or paano gumaglaw sa ganong environment or lifestyle. At walang nakapagsabi kung paano nga, no? So, especially sa dating apps or sa ganitong situation na sa dating, na ganito na yung lifestyle, ganito na yung environment, walang nakapagsabi kung paano. Kasi dati if we will still stick to that sinauna na pamamaraan, obviously merong makaka-advice sa'yo na older generation, kumbaga yung great-grandmother mo siguro or great-grandfather mo siguro, makaka-advice kung paano ba sumulat ng love letter, paano ba ano bang tamang ano bang tawag dun, ano bang tamang days para maghulog ng sulat, mga gano'n. So, or paano ba dumiskarte, ganyan. Pero right now, walang gano'n kasi tayo yung pioneer, as a millennial. So, gano'n. So, anyway, so I think we need to as beta testers, dapat tayo ay, ah, careful sa mga ano, sa paggalaw or sa pag-navigate para sa ganitong world, kumbaga, or lifestyle, or ano ba tawag nito, sa era na ito, para tayo ay successful sa paghahanap ng jowa if that's what you are looking for sa dating app, 'no. So, I think we need to be clear sa ating mga intentions, kung anong talaga ang ginagawa natin do'n sa dating app na 'yon. If we're looking for a relationship, bago tayo pumasok dapat alam natin kung ano ang intention natin. Hindi tayo as a beta tester dahil gusto mo lang pumasok tapos nakita mo may ikiklik ka do'n, may nakita kang mga profile pictures, di look maganda, so you have to click them tapos bigla sila mag-chat. Hindi gano'n. Kasi gano'n tayo dati as a millennial. May application na bago, may inintroduce na application, hindi mo alam kung ano 'yon, you open it since it's free lang naman, na-amaze ka because of the GUI, tsaka because it's an applications na it's a dating app, so madali tayong mahulog sa algorithm ng na sinet sa application. Kasi wala tayong blueprint na sinusunod or parang law or ano man tawag do'n, etiquette. Wala namang law, pero parang gano'n, rules or etiquette or something like that na, that will guide us, in terms of making sure na, we are still guarded in terms of emotional or whatever it will cost us. So, yun nga. So of course hindi naman as of now, hindi naman bago ang mga dating app, 'no. So, meron ng mga kumbaga mga early adopters, na they were able to produce na kumbaga handbook on how to use or how to navigate, in a dating app na mata-target yung gusto mo. Hindi lang as a beta tester na, check there kung i-click mo 'to is ano bang mangyayari, kung nagcha-chat ka ng ganito ano bang mangyayari, hindi na gano'n. You are there because you have a purpose na as, in using the application. So, yun yung pinakauna mong isipin kung ano ba talaga, kung if you're looking for a relationship or a jowa or whatever, then dapat nakaset yun, 'di ba? Ano yung gusto mo sa tao, ganyan-ganyan. And then of course, some applications or some dating app medyo sometimes you need to be, ano tawag nun, parang mysterious, parang gano'n. Pero sometimes it works, sometimes hindi din. But in a dating app siguro you need, if you are really if you are really there para sa intention mo na magka-relationship, magka-jowa, you need to be be authentic, parang gano'n. Parang it will you need to create your profile that will truly reflects yourself ba, parang gano'n. Kumbaga, kasi yun yung ikaw dun, ikaw yun kumbaga. So, if you want to catch the person, catch parang isda. If you want to match to a person na gusto mo, so dapat ipakita mo kung ano ka para they will also know na ikaw yung match para sa kanila, right? Hindi yung parang okay, kasi in the dating app you can be anyone, 'di ba? Now, yun yung nangyayari sa Facebook, na you can be Yun yung nangyayari ngayon sa Facebook na you can be anyone or anything, right? You can look like a famous person kahit in reality hindi ka naman famous. You can be pretty or guwapo or hunk, something like that. Kahit hindi naman kasi there are a lot of options to look the person that you want to, right? Sa social media. Pero if you are really serious sa dating and using dating apps, so you need to show your true self. Kumbaga. Though may konting flowery words or flowery things too, just to, entice, hindi naman super boring na parang resume. Pero at least, 80 to 90% is an accurate representation of yourself. Parang ganun. And also, parang tip din sa lahat ng mga nasa dating app na you should not rely so much sa photos na binibigay doon. Kasi sometimes, it's easy to copy or download photos from others and then use it as yours, right? Or even, mayroon ng you can edit na your photos. Mayroon ng built-in filter nga yung mga ibang phones, right? So don't rely solely sa picture na binibigay doon sa profile ng isang tao. Kasi obviously, they want to show their best, right? So they have to do something. Hindi naman sila, let's face it, hindi naman tayo pinanganak na hindi tayo pinanganak na good looking. Hindi lahat tayo pinanganak na ganun. So sometimes we need to do something para maging attractive tayo, right? Especially sa dating app. So ayun, pero yun nga, be cautious lang na you need to parang kumbaga take it with a grain of salt. Kung ano mo nakita mo sa profile niya, sa profile picture niya. It could also be talagang siya, but it probably, nung fresh pa siya, like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, di ba? Siya pa din naman yun. Pero yun nga, nung panahong fresh pa siya, and then once you meet na in person, hindi na pala siya fresh. Di ba? Na-stress na pala siya. So, haggard na siya. And then you're going to parang decline or something like that, or baka mag-iba na yung pakikitungo mo, especially if you are into face value. So, yun. So, if you are looking for a jowa in the dating apps, you need to be cautious and, take it with a grain of salt kung anong nakita mo sa picture nila. Diba? And I think it's also better na you have to meet the person sooner. Hindi yung patatagalin mo pa. Kasi uso din ngayon, diba, yung sinabi ko earlier na the talking stage will reach up until 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Nasa talking stage lang sila, like literally talking stage kasi nasa different locations sila. Or yun nga, nasa app lang sila nag-uusap. So I think it's better na you have to meet the person in person. You need to meet the person in person. Right? Personal, face-to-face. So that you will see na immediately kung magka-vibe talaga kayo or hindi mo siya type in person. Baka mga hygiene, baka may issue ka doon. So, for example, na-fail siya doon. Kasi hindi naman makita or hindi mo naman malalaman kung hygienic ba ang person in reality, in real life. So, if you have concern doon sa hygiene, or maganda ba siya manamit, of course, yung mga physical attributes, mga ganon, mga physical kines. So, importante yun eh. So, you need to meet the person talaga in person para doon pa lang you can decide na if you will continue or what, right? Hindi masayang yung oras mo and hindi mo din masayang oras niya. So regardless kung anong pamamaraan mo, if you are into the old school na way of looking for jowa or you are hopping to the new trend or using applications para magka-jowa, it's really up to you. Pero I think ang pinaka pa din doon is if you are the person that you're using application, right? Parang you need lift, parang ganon. I think you need to um, be human pa din. Parang hindi ka mag-rely so much sa application. The application is just a tool para as a tool or as an additional channel. Pero the old school is still effective pa din naman. Very effective actually. Kasi you don't need to, you don't need to rely so much with, pictures or video. You can immediately create or you can immediately judge the person. Let's face it, we are judgers, so you can judge immediately the person kung if goods mo siya para sa'yo, right? So, ayun. So, use the dating application as just as a tool and not rely so much to it. Hindi dapat always, doon ka na hakuha na isda, right? It's still best to expose yourself outside of it. Kasi it's easier and it's better yung old school. And uso na rin naman ngayon yung travel. So, I think if you are into, for example, ayaw mo magka-jowa na within your circle, within your environment, ganon. Gusto mo ng different person. No, na mahanap. You can travel naman. May mga piece of fare naman or kung ayaw mo naman ng piece of fare, may mga naman, kung ayaw mo may mga piece of fare, kung ayaw mo naman kung hindi mo naman afford ang airplane, mayroon yung barko is still affordable pa rin naman. You can, and in sa barko is there's a high chance din kasi mas madami sa airplane kasi lang, maliit lang yung time, ilang minuto lang ba yan, wala kang chance to mingle within the aircraft, no? Unlike doon sa barko na like many hours, depende kung saan ka pupunta, right? Pero and you can roam around, you can walk, right? Unlike sa airplane na you're limited na hindi ka pwedeng maglakad-lakad kasi you need to remain seated as much as possible, right? So you cannot chit chat or you cannot find, and mostly sa airplane din para din siyang bus, everyone is sleeping, parang ganon. But sa barko may natutulog, mayroon ding hindi, may nanonood ng may nanonood sa karagatan. So I think the barko is even a good exposure that if you are into that one adventure at the same time looking for jowa, no? So I think it's also yun nga, it's a good avenue din. So yun. And also hindi lang sa about traveling. It could also be exposing yourself sa anong tawag nun, volunteer. Magvo-volunteer ka ng kung ano-ano or kahit hindi volunteer, kahit yung mga areas na mga hobby mo or gusto mong maging hobby or itatry mo lang as a hobby kung pasok sa'yo. Like for example, trekking, mountain climbing, swimming, diving, yung mga ganon. So you're exposing yourself to those different avenues na meron kayong connection. Kung baga magkakaroon kayo ng connection, groupings, ganyan. So, ayun, I think that's better way then if hindi lang puro rely so much sa application. So, exposure is the most important. Though exposure sa application is good, pero mas better kung sa actual world, sa real world mo talaga siya gagawin. Hindi lang, kasi it's easier, wala na yung barrier right? And at the same time, especially kung doon ka kung saan mo din gusto, at least, di ba? Kung if you are into dancing, mayroon namang mga studios, mga dance studios that offer mga courses. So, kung gusto mo ng dancer na jowa, then you can go there, right? Kung gusto mo naman ng adventurous, maghanap ka din ng ng page sa Facebook or ano bang application na ginagamit mo sa Telegram, Viber, may mga groupings yata din doon. And you can join and then mag-join ka sa activity talaga nila. Hindi lang doon sa virtual pero kung ano man yung ginagawa nila, if free diving ba or trekking or painting, sumali ka doon, makipagkita ka sa kanila and you might find that right person para sa'yo. So, ayun. So, yun lang for this podcast. Mahaba na tong podcast na to. For parang love advice. Char. Anyway, so, thank you so much for listening sa mahabang podcast na ito. I find this mahaba versus my other. Anyway, stop talking kasi haba na to. So, yun. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast and see you on the next one. This is Caro. Bye.